Hey, today is my birthday. I'm recording this on Thursday at 3:30 a.m. This lesson is super short, but very important. Make sure you follow the steps. Have a good one. Here we go. One of the most important chapters in the book. We're going to talk about statistical inference. Basically, when we want to figure out some proportion of a population, we need to take samples. So what we're going to do is we're going to describe sampling variability and what happens when you take multiple samples from a population and try to guess a confidence interval of what the true proportion in that population is. So let's get started. Oh, we missed the M&M lab. Unfortunately, we would have missed it anyway because of the virtual day. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to take a sample of a M&M bag and see what proportion of it is blue. So this person looks like they think it's 50%. So if we would have done it in class, our graph would have looked something like the graph being created below. So the question is, what is the true proportion of blue M&Ms within my sample? Make sure you pause this video and try to answer the question before I do. Letter C. In general, we're going to talk about the typical sample that we're going to get. So if we look at 90%, where would you say the 90% would be in? Okay, and it would be within about 0.10, so 10%, and 0.4, which is 40%. 90% of the data is encapsulated in that. Letter D talks about the margin of error, this point estimate, which would be our sample that we got proportion, which seems to be about 0.25. Plus or minus the margin of error, that's actually on your AP statistics sheet that you get to use on the test. Okay, so we would say our 90% interval would be approximately 0.25 plus or minus 0.15. That would give me my 0.10 to 0.4 range. And this is the sampling distribution. If we look at letter B, we're going to do this with a lot of different situations because we can't get the entire population. We can only get what we sample. And so what we're going to do is we're going to run that sample multiple times, and we're going to go ahead and take a look and say, okay, what would be the typical value? All right, for this problem, what I want you to do is go through step by step and answer the questions. You can always check the answer key to make sure that you're on the right track, but this problem is not difficult, but it does walk through the same situation we did in 7.1, just on your own.